Welcome back to the video tutorial of the European Science Education Academy on how to create a successful KA1 application form for staff mobility under the Erasmus Plus program for school education. Now in this session we will now look into the descriptive part of the application form, and I will guide you through all of the important sections that need to be filled in with some ideas on what should be mentioned and how to fill it in. In another session that I will tape later, I will explain to you how to fill in the budget tables and the activity tables and how to submit the application. In previous sessions that I have taped, you will find a general overview about the Erasmus Plus program, about the KA1, and what you should do before you actually start working on the application. So if you have registered your organization, if you have familiarized yourself with the application form, and if you have discussed internally what you're trying to achieve, what the school plan and vision is for professional development of the staff, then you're ready now to work on the application. The heart of the application is the school development plan. Now, I mentioned this school development, this European school development, a couple of times before in my previous video tutorials. It's something that officially must be considered and developed before applying. So what does that mean? That means that you cannot write in the application that this is something you will do once you know if you have received the funding. No, it's the evaluator and the European Commission wants to see that the activities that you're applying for funding, training activities abroad, the money that you're applying for is being spent into a broader concept, into this holistic institutional approach of your school, that you have a broader vision that is not dependent on receiving the funding or not. So they want to see that you have a vision. You know what you want, where you want to take the school. You know that you have this need to develop the competences of your teachers in a certain area, let's say science, and that you have a roadmap already in place. And those activities that you're applying for now are just supporting this roadmap. The purpose is exactly to ensure that it's not just an individual or one or two individual participants that are profiting from this application and from the activities that will be carried out, but the organization as a whole. You also need to demonstrate the hope for or the expected impact. What are you trying to achieve really? And how does that fit with the overall vision of your school? So you need to include in the description of these several sections of the European Development Plan. There are basically 3 sections that you need to fill in. You need to explain your current status, where is your school now, and where you want to take it. What's your vision for the future? What are your identified needs? And how are the Erasmus Plus activities helping you achieve this vision? So here you have the chance to really clearly link, to tell a convincing and compelling story where you connect the vision with the outcomes, with the priority of the program and the objectives and plans of your school. Now let's look at each section separately. It sounds maybe bigger than it actually is. Before we look directly at the question, and another advice, read each question very carefully. It might be, one question, but this question might have several layers. And the first question of the European Development Plan that you need to answer is actually a good example. It says, what are your organization needs in terms of quality development and internationalization? Please identify the main areas for improvement. For example, management competences, staff competences, new teaching methods, and so on and so on and so on. So, the best way to answer this is to address each of the issues addressed in the question. That means needs in terms of quality development. That's one aspect. And maybe you can write a paragraph about that. The needs about internationalization. How do you, why do you want to establish links to other European teachers, other European schools? Why do you want to participate in international activities? What are the main areas of improvement? And there, of course, it could be, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Let's say, again, that you have a general approach to it. So it could be management competences of the school administration. It could be specific staff competences. That doesn't mean that there are only teachers. It could be any educational staff. It could be about new teaching methods. It could be about new teaching tools. It could be about the curriculum, about the organization of teaching. So wherever you identify needs for improvement in your school and you would like to address this by using the Erasmus Plus program, this is the chance to give the general overview.